EPAWA meteorologist Bobby Martin here with your outlook for December 2nd, 2020. For your Wednesday, we're expecting to start the day off partly cloudy, and then we'll gradually become mostly sunny as we get through the course of the afternoon. It will be a little bit breezy yet today with some wind gusts that will be in sustained winds in the 10 to 20 range, and might have some gusts that are 25 or maybe even slightly higher than in a few spots during the course of the day. And then mostly clear skies are expected overnight. We will be colder today. Temperatures remaining in the lower 40s in many locations, and some of you may not even get out of the 30s in the far northern areas. And looks like middle 40s further south and east by the Philadelphia metro. Many of you are going to get to freezing or below tonight, probably upper 20s again. Something is what we're expecting overnight for most interior locations, upper 20s, and then when we get down to the Philadelphia metro, should be right around freezing for the overnight low. Now, going forward from this point, we're expecting another mostly sunny day here on Thursday. Temperatures are going to moderate a little bit, though. We're going to have temperatures getting up into the upper 40s for highs to near 50 down by Philadelphia. And then we remain around that temperature here on Friday. Now, Friday's interesting. We talked about this in yesterday's video. Actually, I want to say Friday. Friday and beyond is interesting. We talked about this in yesterday's video with a lot of speculation, a lot of what-ifs, a lot of model uncertainty. We still have model uncertainty today, but there's enough agreement between several consistent models and their respective ensembles, okay, to at least allow me to give you a generalized idea of what I think is going to happen and how it's going to transpire. I'm not going to get specific on certain items like snowfall amounts or rainfall amounts. We're just going to talk about the process here. So trust the process here. We're going to go through the process. So it looks like a frontal boundary is going to be coming at us here on Friday, and we're going to have an increase in clouds, becoming mostly cloudy with a few PM showers possible. This will be afternoon, evening, a few light showers coming into the region. And that evolves into a steady rain during the course of the overnight. Now, this system here is going to wrap up and move just near the Delmarva or maybe just west of it. We don't know the exact placement of this low yet, but there's going to be a low form here. Big, I know it has an L right there, but the big L is actually kind of sitting right here. This is generally where it is. You also have an upper level low sitting behind it that's trying to dive into here. Where the surface low feature is going to be chasing it. It's going to be chasing, one's going to be chasing the other. So as this is going to continue off in this direction like this, if it ends up like that, like I just drew it, that's going to be a pretty good snow event for the interior. If it ends up coming in a little bit further like this, you might have a rain initially changing over to snow at the tail end, which I think is the most likely scenario. So we have rain that's going to be starting, of course, on for a few showers Friday afternoon, revolving into a steady rain at some point overnight Friday night, continuing as rain for most areas here on Saturday as this low moves through. So you have periods of rain here on Saturday. And then overnight, in the interior, again, exactly where this sets up, we don't know yet. But you're going to have temperatures crashing on the northwest side with this precipitation changing over to snow, mixing with and changing over to snow during the course of the overnight from northwest to southeast, okay? I don't think it's going to get all the way to like the I-95 corridor and point southeast. I think it's going to remain all rain there. When I'm talking about for any mixing, it would be northwest of I-95 and most likely considerably northwest of I-95, so it might be like Lehigh Valley to Lancaster and points northwest, okay, to see some at least mixing. So at some point Saturday night, we change over to snow or mix with and then change over to snow in the interior locations, and that's what the favored most probabilistic outcome is at this time, and then leftover rain snow showers here on Sunday morning, and then the system pulls away. So that's your generalized timeline, okay? And now there's different solutions here, but I'm showing you this is actually the Canadian run. I'm not showing the GFS because the GFS has been flopping all over the place and hasn't really had any consistency. So here's the Canadian, has been very consistent. That's what I'm showing you here. European model does something similar, brings it in, actually has a rain-snow mix here, or some snow showers in the far northern areas here on Friday afternoon, but either way, it has this becoming rain overnight as this low is moving over. And then it has a changeover to rain or snow on Saturday. And the reason it's doing that is it's taking it just off or right along the coastline track. And this thing really amps up. You have the northern stream diving in. That upper level low has showed you it caught up to it. Okay, so it phases it in. And because it phases, you get a changeover on this comma head. This is like a dynamic cooling situation here in this particular situation shown here in the European model. And you get some dynamic cooling on the backside, and you get some snow, accumulating snow with that. And then that goes up into New England after that point. So that's what the European model is showing. Everybody got all excited because, like, oh no, we got some good accumulating snow here on the European model. Yes, it does show that. Is it right? I don't know. We don't know that yet. Okay. I do think it's the best scenario is mixing with and or changing to snow overnight on Saturday night for the interior locations. Does it get this wrapped up like this? Not sure. The long-range NAM is doing something similar. We're getting it offshore here, not quite as wrapped up. So that would mean that you're not going to have this dynamic cooling band coming here over eastern Pennsylvania like shown on the European model, because this is only 1,002 millibars rather than 984 millibars. So a big difference there in pressure and strength. That phases into the upper level low in this scenario is not quite caught up to it yet. It's sitting back here when the surface low is sitting here. Okay, so it's not caught up to you. That's why you don't have the phasing. If this phases in quicker, you could get some good accumulating snow across parts of our region. In this scenario that's shown right here, where it's weaker and then heads up in this direction, you will get a changeover to snow in the interior, but it's going to be generally lighter. Okay, so we'll see. We'll see how this plays out. There are a lot of things to go over the next couple of days and see which one's right. But right now, it looks like we do have a storm this weekend. Yesterday, we were speculating that it might not be something at all over the weekend, like the European model showed. That is now wrong. We know that's wrong. So it's going to be increase in clouds on early on Friday, and then we have showers in the afternoon or later in the afternoon, going into the overnight, becoming periods of rain, and continuing during the day on Saturday. And the most likely scenario is that at least the interior locations mix with and then change to snow at some point overnight. Further northwest you get, away from I-95, further northwest that happens sooner, and you get that complete changeover. Kind of in the middle, you might have just a mixing and that's it, and no full changeover. We'll see how that plays out again. A lot of things lining up here, and it depends on where exactly this system is and how strong it is, and a lot of different things going into this, especially the upper level low phasing in, and when does it do that? If it does that, we don't know yet. So that's just the general scenario. So we hopefully have a good idea of how that's going to take place. But again, it does look like early morning rain snow showers on Sunday move away, becoming partly cloudy, and then we will remain partly cloudy here on Monday and Tuesday. And we're expecting temperatures to remain cooler than average, so at least slightly cooler than average, with temperatures in the 40 to 42 degree range on Monday and Tuesday. I'm EPA meteorologist Bobby Marchers. That is your outlook for December 2nd, 2020. Have a great Wednesday.